We're talking football with Bengal Jim and friends. We're talking football. We hope this never ends. Jimmy, James, and Tom are back for more. Like Joey B, we're here for season 4 with Bengal guests and stories not heard before. There's Tony, Mark, and Jamie, as well as our charity, Hooday Nation joining from far and wide. Every Tuesday night, the guys are back at it live. By the fan, for the fan, from day one, it's time to have some fun. We're talking football with Bengal Jim and friends. We're talking football. We hope this never ends. The Bengal boys stop by to drop the speed. Don't get your popcorn ready and take a seat. Season 4 will end with the Lombardi.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Talking Football with Bengal Jim and Friends. Big night tonight. We got Elizabeth Blackburn coming on here in a few minutes. She just texted me. She's only a couple minutes away, guys. We'll put her on as soon as she gets in there. Mama TT Higgins' mom coming on with us tonight for the duck race this evening. We're going to talk about Arizona tailgate, Nashville tailgate. We got a game Sunday. It is time for the season opener, everybody. So City Up North Week starts today. It started yesterday. So James is somewhere in Buffalo at a hidden location as he scouts out the Buffalo Bills this year for the Bengals. Tom, where the hell is he again? I can't even tell. He won't even tell us at this point.
It's parts unknown, and we respect his privacy. He's up there making moves, making deals, gathering info. Little concerned about the mural in the hotel he's staying at, but nonetheless, we're glad he could join the fray tonight and have a little fun with us and visit with Elizabeth. Mark, are you ready or not for Sunday? And more importantly, is our team ready?
Oh, absolutely. I'm beyond ready. The team is ready. The couple of times I've seen Joe Burrow practice, he looks absolutely on it. This is the most work he's had in an off season in his career. So I think the team is prime and ready, and they'll be good to go.
Well, we're not gonna wait to make Elizabeth wait any longer. She's in the waiting room. But before we bring her on, I know the question everybody is asking. I got hundreds of DMs and text messages and emails. Guys, we are not asking about the Joe Burrow contract. Okay, for clarity. I'm pretty sure the Bengals organization and Joe Burrow's camps both said they want to keep this in-house. Anything that goes on, it says when anything said to us, we are not asking that question. It wasn't at the request of anybody other than us. And if you ask those questions in the chat area, we're just not going to put them up there. But I got a feeling nobody said anything to me, but I have a pretty good feeling it's all going to work out at the end of the day, and we're going to get our man in camp here. Re-signed at some point here, probably very, very soon. Before we bring Elizabeth on, I forgot to mention Tony the Tiger has been working his ass off. He's down in Florida right now, restoring electric to tens and thousands of people. He was trying to make it back for this evening. So he is actually in the chat area right now. Tony Houday from Florida. So be safe down there, buddy. We know you're working hard. It's an amazing. I think he gave me some number that they replaced like 80 to 100 something poles, the electrical poles that I always call telephone poles, and he gets on me about. But be safe, Tony. I know you'll be coming back up north here.
Jimmy, both our guests are ladies tonight. You can't say ass on the air.
Oh, my bad. Hey, Elizabeth hangs around football players. I'm sure she heard words, coaches. All right, let's bring on. Hey, without further ado, let's bring on the director of strategy engagement for the Cincinnati Bengals. I've never heard anybody say one bad word about this lady, and we absolutely love her. We're so happy and fortunate to have her part of the Cincinnati Bengals organization. I'd like to welcome Elizabeth Blackburn. How you doing, Elizabeth?
Hey. Hey, guys.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you guys for having me.
No, we appreciate it. We got a lot of good stuff to get to, Elizabeth. I know you got a limited amount of time here, but let's go and kick it off here. Tom, go ahead and get it kicked off.
Elizabeth, the first question to you is, the Bengals doing so well and mean so much to the city, but especially these last couple of years, they mean so much to people's lives, their livelihoods, and to so many businesses here in town. Do you receive a lot of positive feedback and businesses reaching out to you, telling you how much all the pride, the optimism, and then the enthusiasm that has come from the last few years, what it has meant to them?
Thank you for this question, Tom. Fortunately, I can say I do. And it's probably one of my favorite parts of my job. We get emails into our team, to our webmaster. I still get some handwritten mail, which is really cool. And my family receives handwritten mail. My grandpa is kind of famous for handwriting replies. And when I was growing up as a kid, my grandma, my family kind of always valued letter writing. And I always really liked writing letters, writing thank you letters, even as a little kid. So I do not get to all 100%. So if you've written me a letter or sent me mail, I'm very sorry if I haven't gotten back, but I do try. And I love getting physical mail. And I think it's, however people are willing to take their time to thank you or say something positive, it means a lot. I'm a big believer that your attitude is a choice and how you spend your time is a choice. And I personally and really try to carry this into work, and hopefully so many of the fans feel it. Like the Bengals as an organization, we choose optimism. And, if you're going to say something, saying something positive, grateful, thankful, it just pays it forward and then makes the next person want to be nice or do better or share a compliment maybe to the next person. And I think that's something that's really special about our fan base. I've loved it, even on Twitter. And I've talked about this, social media can be really negative for a lot of people. And I just love how Bengals Twitter and kind of the Bengals online community really goes out of their way to be positive, good role models for younger fans coming up, and like making the days of other Bengals fans, positive ones, being so supportive. So probably a longer answer than you were hoping for, Tom, but I do fortunately get positive feedback. It means a lot. And thank you to everybody who takes the time, and frankly, keep it coming. We're kind of in an era where proof matters, and the more proof points we have that what we're doing is working, and when it's not, that matters too. And we really pride ourselves on trying to listen to the fans, be in touch with the fans, and improve where we can. So thank you for all of the positive notes, and just keep the feedback and the positivity coming.
Yeah, Elizabeth, real quick, I love that, because that comment you made. In my office at work, I have this giant, basically a giant sticker on the wall in my office that says positive, negative are directions. You get to choose which direction you want to go. So I truly believe in that. That's an awesome comment there. James, go ahead, bud. Sorry.
Yeah, Elizabeth, you touched on social media, and we've seen just a huge positive increase in the Bengal social media channels in the last couple of years, and certainly since you've taken a stronger role within the organization. Most recently, we saw one of the first behind-the-scenes videos that you guys produced that got a lot of people excited. I know, back in the day, I was a big fan of Hard Knocks, and of course, we like to see what happens on the field. But I think as fans, we get to know the players so much better from the behind-the-scenes stuff. Can you maybe talk about what we can see in the future and any other plans that you have in the video department?
Yeah. Thank you, James, for teeing up. I was hoping to be able to plug From the Jungle tonight, so I will totally take that. It's question number 2. So I can't tease the content that much, because honestly, it is a true behind the scenes show that we're going to be filming throughout the season. I do know that, because I think someone might have either asked this last time, or someone was asking about playing tennis or pickleball with my sister. And I was not able to make this, but I believe in a future episode, there's going to be some of a pickleball match where my mom and my sister were playing with some Bengals legends and some other great people here in town. And like, I'm excited to watch that. In addition, obviously, to all the great stuff we have with our team, with our players, our coaches, and everything. So besides that epic pickleball match, James, like, your guess is as good as mine, but we're going to have some great content from practices and games and kind of all of the cool stuff our team and our organization does throughout the season. And I'm so glad that the first episode was so well received. I got honestly more feedback than I was expecting. We're so pleased with the viewership numbers so far. It airs on TV starting this Saturday at 7:30 on local TV for anybody in the greater Cincinnati area who hasn't been able to watch it online yet. And then it'll be probably 10 episodes on YouTube throughout the season. And we're really proud of it. The content team did a great job. Seth Tanner, Grant Gilkson, who's new to our organization, and we brought on to produce from the jungle, has done a terrific job. And then really the entire content team has just continued to do a great job. We've got two amazing women. Their names are Paige and Maggie, who kind of run the day-to-day of our channels. And we're just so proud of them, like really empowering them, as well as our fan development team kind of evolved their name from ticketing to fan development to really get everybody in our organization in the mentality of engaging with our fans all the time on the channels and platforms that serves our fans the best. And so we're even kind of working with our former ticket, now fan development team, to be able to DM and chat with fans on social around any game day questions and things like that, just to make sure we're serving our fans in all the ways they want to be served.
Elizabeth, let me ask you a question. This is a personal question. Just saying, I'm not going to put you on the spot. Yeah, I'm going to do it right now. Are you as aggressive a pickleball player as Caroline and your mom? Because I've seen them play. They're pretty hardcore. They're pretty damn good.
Yes. This can be my PSA that if you don't know me or my family, we're extremely competitive. So, like, we care a lot. We're very competitive about football stuff, and we take that home with us as well. And we are competitive on the pickleball court. That's all I'll say.
There you go. Mark, go ahead, buddy.
Elizabeth, thanks for coming on tonight. My question is, how much freedom do you give the social media people down at Paycor, down at Paycor, almost said the old name. They're absolutely crushing it. All the memes, the way they fire back at certain posts and things. Do they have to get approval beforehand, or do they just kind of freelance and they have the ability to do what they want?
Some of the big stuff, but we totally try to empower them as much as possible. Because one of the things when I started working for the team, a really important goal we had for our social media channels was to make them timely and really like taking advantage of what makes social media great, which is being able to react in real time to trends and like live things that are going on. So we wanted to be timely, and we wanted to be kind of like not tone deaf, but rather like really integrate ourselves into the conversation that's going on at any given time. So our content team has a lot of freedom. I hope they would say the same if they were on here answering. We definitely stay really close to them just to make sure we're all always on the same page. Lots of people have different opinions or interpretations or ideas, and we try to stay really connected, meeting weekly or every other day. And if it's ever a big thing, we'll typically get together and talk through it just to make sure everyone's on the same page. But they are doing an absolutely terrific job, and it is probably better that they are coming up with the vast majority of ideas because they're just killing it.
Yeah, they're creative. They're absolutely doing a great job, Elizabeth. So ask you a couple rapid fire questions here. As you're viewing right now on Facebook, Twitter, and or YouTube. Type in some questions. We'll try to throw a couple questions out to Elizabeth towards the end here if you can. So type in your questions. We'll try to get to a few of them, but 3 rapid fire questions, I guess. Not rapid fire, but 3 quick questions, I guess. But I think I know the answer to some of these, but tell everybody your favorite former Bengal. One of you that you loved when you were young.
You already, my obvious answer is Jeff Blake, because I'm pretty sure it was my first ever jersey too. And some of my earliest football memories were Jeff Blake touchdown throws. Chad Johnson is also really up there, but pretty early on as a kid, I really stopped having one favorite player, just to make it always had to be about the team first and foremost.
That's awesome. That's okay. I know you've attended a ton of games, home and away, but try to pick maybe the one that's the most memorable game for you.
Ooh.
I know that's a tough one. I get asked that one. I get stumped on that one.
I don't know. I guess the game that's coming to mind, the 3, and these are recent games, that are, I'm sure just recency bias is why I'm picking them, but the home opener against the Vikings in 2021, the playoff win against the Raiders in 2021, and then last year's home playoff win, fumble in the jungle.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Those are all good ones. So best memory of Grandpa?
Oh man, I have a lot of family memories. I don't know. I say this a lot, in part because it was the most impactful memory I have of him. And I still think about it every day as I come into work. My grandpa was the first person who ever told me to find a job that doesn't feel like work and you'll never work a day in your life. And he told me that when I was, I think, in college, looking for internships. And he wasn't saying it about, work for the Bengals. It was in fact, almost quite the opposite. I knew he had found that for himself, right? He comes into the office every day on Christmas. He just turned 88 years old. This team is his lifeblood. It means more to him than probably anyone else. And it means a lot to my family, all of our fans. I know and that's what makes, being a Bengals fan so special. Each person, it really does feel like a extremely significant piece of their lives. But I know that my grandpa truly has found passion in work, and he loves to work. And that advice, to me, it really struck me. I went and I went into work that at least aligned with my skills. And I was like, oh, well, let me give these a try. I want to be competitive, productive, see what I'm good at. And I really enjoyed my first, jobs out of college. But in those jobs, which were really hard jobs, you're working 80 to 100 hours a week, I would still lay awake at night and couldn't fall asleep because I was thinking about Bengals stuff. And that's sort of when that was one of my first aha moments that, if you're able to work in a job where that's the thing that keeps you up at night, and now being able to do that, it's honestly the most fulfilling thing I've ever experienced.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Tom, go ahead, bud.
Elizabeth, a lot of people don't know you and your sister are just like us on home days. You're out in the elements. You're up in the stands with, up in your seats with your friends and so forth, going nuts, being as loud as you can, trying to help their guys. I know Jimmy asked you about games. Was there one specific moment since you've come back and been sitting in the stadium with the rest of us that sticks out to you that meant more to you than anything, where maybe you and Caroline thought, like we do many times every game, you were going to pass out? So just one moment that meant more than any other, that you really just lost it.
It's so hard because every home game I'm honestly still kind of overcome with emotions. It's so humbling to, I sort of always will take one moment right before kickoff to like look out and just see the crowd. Um, and it gets me every time. It really does. It means so much. And I hope honestly that is never lost on me. And it's not like, oh, I'm looking back at a game several years ago. Like, I feel it every game, and I kind of hope that's the case for a long time.
Tom, fire another one if you want, buddy.
For this coming year, you've made a lot of adjustments for us inside the stadium. When you do that, do you seek out the opinions of the fans? Is it just from you guys walking around, what you see and hear other markets, or just sitting around and brainstorming? And if you want to go over some of those changes, we'll find in Paycor for the regular season.
Sure. First, I'll answer like how we just assess them really quickly, because I do think it's important for the fans watching to know. I promise it is not, us sitting brainstorming and just trying out what's cool. It is all completely rooted in feedback from fans, both quantitative. The league helps, or the league runs like a standard survey after every game, and we get all of those responses. So that, from a quantitative perspective, is important. We're looking at that every game. Plus, we observe, we take pictures, we collect feedback from our game day staff, and all of those pieces of information we're looking at week to week during the season to see what we can feasibly adjust game to game. And then more broadly at the end of the season, what can we really move the needle on going into a season? This year, the 2 to 3 really big things were concessions. We knew we wanted to get people through our concessions lines faster to get them back in their seats to enjoy the game. So far from the Taylor Swift concert in our preseason game, we think that those investments have been pretty positive for fans. So we'll hope to see that continue throughout the rest of the season. And then adding new video boards, LED ribbons to add more light. Like I studied engineering, so I can be a nerd sometimes, but literally energy is sound, heat, and light. And we are adding more light to the game to hopefully incentivize more noise from the fans. And the new boards are great, and kind of give our game presentation team some new elements to work with. And just some specific places in the stadium, we added some graphics and things to just give it a little more personality, celebrate the fans, celebrate the fan energy, celebrate our players. So hopefully, we've heard the feedback about the stadium being a little gray, and we're trying to move the needle and make sure that it's really a warm, inviting place that inspires fans and is energizing from the moment they walk into the stadium until the moment they leave.
That's awesome. So we have Elizabeth, got a couple of minutes. We're going to throw some viewer questions out for you. And before we do, I got Teresa Davis just came in, the district manager of Donato's. Come here, say hi to everybody.
Hi.
So, she's dropping off a pepperoni.
Oh my God.
There's a slice missing.
You didn't win tickets? You didn't win the golden tickets?
I didn't get no. I didn't get a golden ticket. But thank you. Appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you. This is breakfast, I guess, for my son, one of my kids, DeMarcus. I already ate
I will
dinner.
say, and I'm a bad liar. Donato's pizza is my favorite pizza. I love Donato's. I'm so pumped that it's so good.
These little bitty pepperonis are delicious.
Oh.
See, it's a bad timing for me to try to go on a diet when the football season starts, Elizabeth. I'm just saying. But all right, let's get to some viewer questions here. Sorry, we're taking up so much of your time. And I think Lisa here has a great question. Could you have imagined the level of excitement for this team, Elizabeth? It's just, I've been around a long time. Tom and I have been around forever, right? And we went through the Super Bowl games of the 80s, both Super Bowls of the 80s, and the excitement of Jeff Blake and the 05 team and all the different excitement. But this is on another level, and it's absolutely amazing. So could you ever imagine this level? It's unbelievable.
I don't know if this is not the answer you wanted, but honestly, I would say yes. I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, like, I don't have necessarily the backdrop. It's frankly more just on a personal level, coming out of my own head, right? Like, I know how much I care. I know how much other fans care. I know what sports and frankly football more than anything can bring to a community. And I also am people know I have very high expectations. I can dream very, very big, and it's not surprising. It's just amazing to see, and frankly, I think it can grow even more. I honestly can, and it's amazing, and it feels so good.
If you're watching this right now and you don't have goosebumps, listen to that response. Check your pulse, man. That's awesome.
Elizabeth, to add to that, as Jimmy said, I'm old. He didn't say himself, but I was born the
You guys
year the
look
franchise.
so good, though. Like, you look great.
It's the TV, but
He was talking to me, guys, just so you know.
But I'm as old as the franchise, and there is nothing that can bring the city of Cincinnati and the surrounding communities together and energize us like when the Bengals are winning. Like the last 2 years,
Nothing.
the Super Bowl years, 2005, 2015, nothing. There is no entity, there is no group that can bring this city together. And I can remember I was actually talking to a local TV anchor about it on the run to the Super Bowl. And we laughed and we said, it's just amazing. People don't know each other and they're walking down the street, they're in the store, they smile at each other. Everybody's holding the door for each other and smiling and saying "Who Day." There's nothing else in the city that can do that. So,
Elizabeth, we talk about that all the time. And no matter where I go, I have something, whether it's a business trip or I'm out of the country or my wife doing something. I'm always wearing Bengals. And guys, I'm telling you, you'd be shocked the amount of Who Days and people coming up to you wear your Bengals gear, no matter where you're at in the country or the world. It's unbelievable. The popularity of this city and this franchise has the level that it's gotten. So that kind of leads to my next question a little bit. You got your pizza too, Tom? Mark, my bad. I don't know what happened to yours.
Come on, dine out real quick.
Sadly, Donato does not deliver where I live. So I'll have to go pick it up after the show.
Yeah. So, Elizabeth, talk about, what does it mean to the organization? We know we have a rabid fan base here locally in our region and across the country, but it is absolutely amazing to watch the fan base grow outside of the United States. Tons of fans in Canada, Paul and his folks in England, Germany, Mexico. What does it mean to the franchise? And you're talking, there are dozens of people from out of the country watching this show right now. But what would you say to them? I think it brings another level of excitement to this team and organization. But what does the organization think about all these fans that are outside the United States?
I think it's so great. Shout out to Paul, because he sent me an email wishing me happy 2023 season this week, and I responded briefly. So yes. Hi, Paul, and hi, all of our global audience. Like, it is seriously, it's awesome. It's so cool, and I think the other thing it kind of highlights to me is I think we as an organization and as a team, it kind of reiterates that we're doing something right, that more people want to wear the Bengals be on their head every day, and something to be proud of, a community that you want to be a part of, and a team you're really proud and love, and it's so fun to cheer for. It's awesome. Like, fun fact, I learned this offseason. We have a season ticket member, not a fan, in all of the 50 states.
That doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't.
Yeah. And like how awesome and iconic our logo, our colors, our stripes are. I legitimately am so bullish on really attracting fans all around the world. And we are welcoming them with open arms and many Who Days. Like, I think Who Day really translates across languages well too. So I think we're well positioned.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's fun. I love going out of the country, going out of town, wearing Bengal stuff, and every single time I'm going to get multiple people come up and say something and want to talk Bengals. I love it. Absolutely love it. A couple more we'll throw your way. We'll let you get off. Thanks so much for your time, Elizabeth. It means a lot. It really does. It means a lot to every fan of this team that you're on here doing this. Let's talk about the Ring of Honor a little bit. I know that's something you and the fam have really fought for, and this year we have Boomer and Chad going in. That is going to be two of the biggest characters or personalities in this franchise history going in at the same time. But talk a little about the Ring of Honor as well, if you could, because it's one thing, people can complain about some things here. And, hey, we just started this thing a few years ago. We can't get everybody in at once. Everybody's deserving. I love the votes. I love the process. But talk about the Ring of Honor, especially specifically Boomer and Chad.
This is going to be a big year. That is for sure. Like, we are thick in planning and obviously bringing both of those guys in for the game. The game for fans watching is our Monday night game. It is also our white Bengal game. So wear white, be there, be loud. The halftime ceremony is going to be awesome. We've got a really great legends showing for the game, and we're going to have some other fellow prior year inductees to help give the jackets as part of that induction ceremony. So it's going to be great. It's one of my favorite things I get to be a part of. I feel like I learn something new every year, and it really means a lot to the legends to continue celebrating them. We kind of have a new added element we're going to unveil at the stadium at that game. So I won't say more, but it'll just be a really cool thing for fans coming to the game to get to see as another element of Ring of Honor. And my phone is not doing that. I feel like that's a sign to stop. But Chad and Boomer are so deserving, and it's going to be a great one.
Yeah. I know we're a little bit past our time, Elizabeth. I just from us and everybody that's watching right now, we want to just say thank you. We're so excited about the season. I think a lot of us are going to be at not just all the home games, but a lot of us will be at pretty much most, if not all, the away games as well. So we will be there, home and away, supporting the team and the franchise. And we're excited about this season, Elizabeth. We want to thank you and the family for everything you guys are doing, and just keep it up. You guys, I know you guys probably have this long things of items you want to do. You just can't do them all at once, but we appreciate everything you guys are doing, because everything about this organization has changed, at least the fan engagement, social media presence, and everything. So I want to thank you. We appreciate you, and we'll see you in the city.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, and all the fans watching. Seriously, it means more than I can describe. Thanks for being on here. Thanks for coming to our games. Thanks for being Bengals fans. You guys are the best. And Jim, shout out from the ladies at the Pro Shop. They told me, I saw them today, and they told me to give you a shout. So thanks, Jim. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Mark. Thanks your whole team for putting this on. Let's go have a great 2023 season, everybody. Who day?
Who day? All right, let's get it back on.
Some questions? Come on.
There we go. All right, so we had her for 20-25 minutes. We actually had her a little bit longer than what I told her, so that was awesome. Thanks everybody for tuning in, guys. We got another half an hour to go. We got a lot of stuff going on here. We got two awesome ladies getting ready to come on right here. So actually, you know what? I think we're replacing Tony with Carrie. Let's bring on Carrie first. Tony, you look way better than Tony, Carrie. Shit, we might not even bring back Tony now. We got Carrie ready to go. So everybody, we want to get into. We got a duck race. We got Mama T in the waiting room. We're going to pull her on real quick. Before we do a little bit, Carrie, can you talk a little about the charity night? We sold 33 ducks, $825 for charity night. What was the charity?
It's for the T3 Corporation. It's out of Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Mama T, she's on the board there. It's basically a charity that brings awareness to childhood cancer and encouraging healthy, active lifestyles through empowering youth and families. So it's a big thing. They've had, I think it's like their third or fourth year, and they do a lot of community things and stuff to get the youth and family together, from the founder who actually had cancer himself.
Got it. Well, let's talk about real quick. We're gonna bring Mama T on here, and you guys can type in some questions. We'll let you ask a few questions of Mama T when we do this duck race. But let's show the total here. So, guys, we're at almost $50,000, and the season hasn't even started. I want to say that's Carrie. What do you think about maybe 15 different charities right now, something like that?
Tony said it was 16 charities.
Yep, 16 charities right now,
not including tonight.
Yep. So, guys, we did 130 last year, all because of you. We appreciate everybody being part of this. It's just awesome to see. We have some major plans for game day coming up here in a couple weeks for that. So I know Mama T looks like she's kind of playing with her laptop or phone here. So I'll give her another second before we get the duck race going. Any questions for Mama T? Let her go. All right, let's go ahead and try to bring her on here real quick. Let's see if it works. Mama T, can you hear us? I'll get her off here. She was just in here. She looked like she was good. So I'll give her another minute or two.
Yeah, she called me earlier. Her connection's kind of bad.
That's okay. Just give us a real brief update on Tony, if you could. I know it said something a little earlier about Tony, but I know you talked to him more recently than I have. But give us an update on what Tony's doing, how he's doing.
Well, he's tired and he's exhausted and he wants to come home. They're in Perry, Florida. So he got down there today and there's just like poles and trees and everything all over the place. And so they're hoping to restore as many people as they can. They said something about coming home on Saturday, but he said, I have to be in Cleveland on Sunday. So one of the guys was like, well, I'll take your crew. So they're trying to get that all worked out. But he's here recently. They've been traveling, busing 2 hours each way. I think now they're going to be staying in Tallahassee. So that's only like an hour drive. Last night he had his first laundromat experience. They all had to wash their clothes. So,
Tony, yeah. if you're out there watching, buddy, we're thinking about you, man. Be safe, and we got to get your ass back because I know I'm driving up to Cleveland with you. So if I need to come down and pick you up, I'm going to. So, all right, let's try
to fly, but the first airport's 3 hours away, so I don't know how that will work.
All right, let's try Mama T here real quick. How's your connection, Mama T? Things good?
Oh, I'm good.
Hell yeah. How you doing, girl? It's been a while.
Hey, no complaints here.
Hey, so everybody that's watching right now, she was like earlier today, she was sending messages. Are they going to see me? Or are they just going to hear me? I was like, you better be ready. Get your hair done because we're going to put you on air live. You look good, girl.
I'm trying to make a backdrop.
It looks good.
Look, I try to make a backdrop.
It looks good.
It's on my headboard.
Yes. All right, before we get into the duck race, Mama T, we raised $825 for the foundation, the board you sit on. We appreciate you letting us be part of that. Talk a little bit about T and how our guys doing, man. So we're excited about the season. Give us what you can.
I can't tell you anything about T.
Nothing confidential. Just talk about his number change from 85 to 5. I ain't trying to be like get top secrets. I know you're getting thrilled.
There's no secrets. There's no secrets. He just doesn't tell me anything.
Yeah, damn kids.
I'll find out everything on social media.
Yeah.
But he's doing fine, and he switched back to number 5, which is the number he had in high school, boys club, and college. And actually, the number 5 has a meaning behind it. And I can't even tell you what it is right now.
Yeah, he knows it. That's all that matters. And the jersey's selling like crazy. I was down at the pro shop and people buying that thing up.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Carrie's got one.
It has something to do with God, the number 5. I think it's mercy, glory, or something like that. I like that, Carrie.
Yeah. Well, hey, so the winner of the duck race tonight, Mama T, is getting that jersey. So I don't know if Tony and Carrie told you, but we don't take a bunch of real ducks and staple names to them and put them in a lake. It's a virtual duck race. We're not hurting ducks. We don't want PETA out after us. So Tom is our resident duck race caller. So we're going to have Tom kick this off. We had 33 ducks, $825. Winner gets that T. Higgins jersey, autographed jersey there. So let's go ahead and roll this. Tom, I'm going to be off screen. You'll be able to see me, but I'm not going to be able to see you. Let's see if I can get this.
Fair enough.
Here we go. We're added in here.
All right, here we
We're
go.
at the starting gate.
All right, Tom. Ready?
There they go.
And they're
Pretty
off.
even start. Yeah, we got one duck coming in,
Charles Wood.
but you never want to lead early.
Never.
Coming through. Looking, man, he is dominating, but he's already faltering a little bit.
Yep.
Who we got? We got a blindfolded
John
duck.
Westbrook.
He ain't going to be able to find his way to the end. Eileen O'Toole's kind of standing strong.
That's a strawberry duck
Jerry
coming
Blackwell.
Strawberry duck's coming on, Tom.
Strawberry duck's coming on. I don't feel he's already failed. This is a very even field today.
River is calm tonight.
They got a Dr. Duck down there. You see that one? ER duck.
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Anonymous Jamie the Witch is very
Here it
like
goes.
that. Coming down to the end. Down by
Oh.
Paycor Stadium.
Oh, look at that.
Eileen O'Toole in the Flame Duck is our winner of a T. Higgins signed jersey.
Ellen O'Toole?
Congratulations.
Yeah. Ellen, DM us, whatever platform you follow us on, just send us a DM. Get us your address, and we'll get Tony and Carrie, get that jersey over to you. If you're local, I know Tony will probably drop it off for you. So congratulations on that. And thanks, everybody, for the $25 donations. I know some folks say, I don't care if I win that duck race or not. I just want to give to the charity. We appreciate everybody for doing that. Almost $900, over $825. Good deal there. So, Mama T, talk a little about that foundation, what it means to you.
It means a lot. We go out and we try to reach the youth and their families that's going through something traumatic or has gone through something traumatic, and try to, what's the word I'm looking for? Pretty much just try to encourage them to keep going. And we also reach out. We go to the different schools here in Knoxville, and then we're starting to go to schools in Oak Ridge. And the kids, they sign a paper, a commitment paper, stating that they're going to stay, behave in class and do what they need to do at home. And we also give out rewards. And we have this big old T3 gathering during the summer where we give bikes away, free haircuts. It's a lot going on, Jim.
Nice.
And then we even have the community kickball game going on. And right now, my team is winning.
Oh, how many teams are in this thing?
I think it's like 6 or 7.
Okay.
Yep, and we're number 1 right now.
You better finish strong.
Yeah.
Kick off champs.
It's kind of funny because the first time I kicked, I took 2 steps and I fell. And they were like, "Lady, get up! You can run." I said, I rolled over in the dirt. I said, I can't make it.
Yeah, can't have you coming to the tailgate and crutches and stuff, so you better be careful.
No. But the T3 Corp is a great organization. Timothy Thomas Jr., who's over it, he had sarcoma cancer in his right shoulder. And he actually was playing basketball in college when they diagnosed him with it. And as of right now, he's still cancer free.
Good.
So praise God for that.
Yeah, keep him in your prayers, man.
Yeah, and he's doing a lot of work, trying to help the youth or all around, in Knoxville, because it's really bad in Knoxville. So we just try to be there for the youth, and I'm a mentor as well. So
I think more and more people need to do that. I coached football for 20 years in Cincinnati, and not meaning to, but mentored several youth in our area, that needed a father figure, needed somebody to look up to. Teachers calling me, just one of those things, helping those kids out, man. So I love that, man. I love that cause.
Yeah, most of the kids are in a one-parent home.
Mm-hmm.
So, we try to meet the youth where they are and try to give them encouragement. Let them know you can be this, you can do that, you can do anything you set your mind to, but you have to stay positive. Yep. You have to stay positive. If you ever feel like you're in trouble, give us a call. We're always open for anybody, you know?
Yep.
So,
Well, last question outside the foundation here. Does T really have jellyfish?
the first ones he got died.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with that kid.
He's trying to raise jellyfish.
Right. I saw on Twitter where he was a jellyfish king. So, yeah, it's crazy.
That's all right. That's
He's
funny.
crazy.
He's good crazy. That's what it is.
And let me say something real quick. Let me put it out there. I have no idea about T's contract.
Hey,
If they're going to extend it or what. I know nothing.
I wasn't going to
You know
ask.
we want him.
I know. I'm just putting it out there for the other people.
Yeah, all these people in the chat area and all the hundreds of DMs. Hey, Mama T's going to be in there. Ask about T's contracts. No.
Yeah, I have no idea. And that's what I say. T doesn't tell me anything because I tweet too much. Yeah, and he's already told me to take something down that I tweeted. I was like, no. I said, you're not in college no more. I can say what the fuck I want to say.
See, Mama's
That's
got
right,
it.
Mama. Tell him.
Yeah, I know when to tone it down.
Yeah. Well, Mama T, we are looking forward to the season, and we hope we see you at the tailgate again because DJ Trub was asking about you last week, and I said she'll probably be there. She's got some songs for you. She wants to see you dance again. So
yeah, I'm coming. Are y'all tailgating in Cleveland?
Man, I'm not going up there. We're going up there, but we're not tailgating up there.
Okay, well, I'm there.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll talk to you, Tony and Kara. We'll message you. We'll see where you're at up there. We'll maybe hook up. We're going up early the day of. We do have big tailgate plans in Nashville. You're going to be in Arizona. We got all kinds of stuff going on, Mama T. It's going to be crazy here. It's going to be crazy too. I know you will. We'll see you.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, Mama T. We appreciate you. Be safe in your travels, and we'll see you in the city up north this week, and we'll see you for the home opener next week too. So we love you. Just take care, and we'll see you later.
I love you guys too.
Hooday.
Hooday. Carrie, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, I hope Tony doesn't rewatch this show, but you did a hell of a better job than Tony did.
Thanks.
I got to ride 3.5 hours at his ass up to Cleveland. I'm sure he'll say something about that
You'll
comment.
hear about it.
I know. Now we appreciate it, Carrie. Thanks for taking care of this today, man, and getting the ducks over to us and everything. You were on it, so we appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, we'll see you, Brooksy. See you.
Thank you.
Bye.
My girl.
Take care.
She did. Carrie killed it, man. She was good. I wasn't sure if she was going to be nervous. She did a good job with it. So, man, we got 12 minutes. We got other things to talk about. Can we talk about the game this week, guys?
Please.
I think we have to talk about the game.
Time to start talking football.
All right, let me kick it off. I'll let you guys roll the rest of it. I've talked way too much. But I'll tell you, last year I was up in Cleveland, and I was sitting in the corner of the end zone where the Bengals tunnel is. Me, Tony, Brandon, Caleb, all of us were there. Carrie, and I think even Hannah. We got thumped, and Cheeto got injured. So I took this picture after Cheeto got injured on the field, ACL, went in, got his x-rays, whatever he had done, came back out on crutches. He sat in that position on the field and watched the entire second half, guys. He didn't move. I know they kept trying to get him back into the locker room. He was like, nope, I'm here. I'll here the rest of the day. But I think it's one of the most miraculous things. It was November I think it was November, October, late Halloween. It was Halloween. And it is September 5th, and this dude's full go in practice right now, man. That's just a testament how hard he worked in the offseason to get back on the field for the home opener against the Browns, guys. I'm excited because I really, truly believe our secondary is going to be pretty damn good, guys.
He's there. Hopefully, he knocks off the rust, but he is essential, not just to be himself, but to play at the level he was playing before. I mean, people forget, 2 years ago when he came to us, he played at a all-pro level. Last year, he was a no doubt all-pro when he got hurt. But yeah, he's a big part of everything for the Bengals to get to where we all think they can get to and win, which is the Super Bowl.
Yep. Let me ask you both this question. Look, I'm excited, optimistic as hell, right? The one thing, if I have to pick one thing I'm concerned about, guys, is this offensive line hasn't played together all preseason in a game, right? And the NFL coachings are kind of divided on this. There's some coaches that are letting their guys go. Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh, his guys go full go for a long period of time in preseason. Coach Taylor, along with a bunch of other coaches in the NFL, they're measuring the number of hits these guys get in practice. They're trying to limit their hits in preseason, injury and additional hits. But that's the one concern about it. I think the offensive line is definitely improved from last year, but I don't want to get off to a slow start like we did last year. And that's my only concern going into this game against the Browns is that offensive line.
I mean, absolutely. We play more of a rhythm timing offense, so those things have to be on time. One issue we had last year was batted ball. Quite a few of the interceptions we had Burrow through were batted ball. So when you have a timing rhythm offense, sometimes you need to fire off the line instead of dropping back or however they choose to handle that. But it's definitely a concern. I mean, they haven't played together at all, off season. Again, Burrow was injured, so he couldn't practice all that much. And what we saw in the preseason really wasn't all that great to go, even with the quarterback situation. So it's definitely a concern, but I feel that the boys will be ready.
It's like you said, Jimmy. Coaches are split on it. I don't think Zach Taylor has struck me one iota. He cares about winning and losing in the preseason because nobody remembers it, with the exception of the Ravens being very, very proud of their 6-7 year streak of not losing a game in the preseason. And hey, all appropriate accolades to the Ratbirds. Well done. But he is more concerned about fresh legs and bodies being together in December and January. And certainly the last 2 years, he's been proven right. We've had and talked to guests on this show, Anthony, Joe Walter, about the importance of the communication of the offensive line. There's nothing like in-game speed and testament, but at the same time, look what happened to Cleveland themselves in their final preseason game. Denzel Ward got his, I believe, 4th concussion. So, and we were upset at losing Joseph Asai, one of our backup defensive ends, who's going to be very important to the defense. But if any of those linemen had gone down, had Orlando Brown gone down, had Ted Karras gotten hurt and even just missed a game, Volson, Jonah, very anxious to see what Jonah looks like at right tackle. He only got a series during the preseason. But that's Zach Taylor's philosophy. I do believe Sunday we're going to have some false starts. I do believe we're going to have some illegal formations and we're going to gnash our teeth. But he keeps track of the number of practice snaps, the number of hits, the number of, snaps they play in a game. And he has certain numbers for each guy, and he does not want to exceed those. So I think he's earned our trust the last 2 years. But, yeah, certainly because that offensive line has to work in perfect cohesion, especially against a future Hall of Famer and Myles Garrett, who has been a boogeyman to us since he came into the league, to keep him off of Joe Burrow. So I'm pretty confident the Bengal coaches know what they're doing. And as long as they keep Joe Burrow safe and upright, we'll see. But I can't wait. I know they're chomping at the bit.
Yeah, so Brandon hit it here. I didn't realize it was 17s the last time the Bengals won in the city up north. That was the last time they won. The next time they will win will be this Sunday. We're going to get back on track here with that. So a good one there. What else are you guys looking for this week? What are you going to be looking at? I'm going to be looking at everything, but what are some of the things that you're really going to be keeping a close eye on?
For me, it's how much pressure can we get? One other issue we may have is on the back end. We're missing our 2 safeties that we've had essentially start every game and play every snap the last 2 or 3 years, it seems. So if we can get pressure, Lou is not one who really brings a lot of blitzes. He likes to disguise things. And he also, makes adjustments. But early on, if we don't have any miscommunications in the back end and we can get pressure, and with Cheeto coming back, Ethan back in, I mean, if we can get that, pressure with the down 4, that's really going to help the full secondary linebackers, the run defense, everything. So that's something I'm definitely looking for.
I agree completely with Mark. We'll have to watch the back end. We got to watch the safeties. But Lou Anarumo has a really good track record with coaching defensive backs and coaching them up. I think there are going to be a couple plays where there's a miscommunication, and the other team's going to get some big gains and maybe a touchdown. But I really think by mid-October, late October, it's not going to be an issue whatsoever. And the other thing you brought up, Mark, which is a very good point, pressure on the quarterback helps your coverage. Good coverage helps pressure on the quarterback. So hopefully both sides of the defense work together. But, as Jimmy alluded to, I'll be watching the offensive line. What kind of holes are they giving the run game? And, of course, how much time and protection are they giving Joe Burrow? I've never seen a Bengals team put together as well as this one has been in the offseason going into the season. Management and ownership deserves a lot of credit. Doesn't mean a lot of things can't happen. We're Bengal fans. We know that. Injuries, unexpected teams getting breaks. Roger Goodell disagrees with me, but sometimes the officiating sucks. There are a lot of things on the way to the Super Bowl that can derail you, but in a stacked conference and a stacked division, this is the best Bengals team put together ever going into a season. And that's saying a lot because our division, every single team can make a case that they have the talent to go to the Super Bowl and win it.
Yep, I 100% agree. I mean, this schedule out the gate is tough, man. Browns on the road, Baltimore back here, and they won us bad right after last season, beating them back-to-back games end of the year into the playoffs. But the one thing that we have that they don't, I think we're on par, if not better, in every position group. But I think Cleveland's missing a quarterback like Joe Burrow. I think Pittsburgh's missing that quarterback like Joe Burrow. I'm still not sold on Lamar in Baltimore. So Joe Burrow's the factor here, man. But I'll tell you what, I'm excited about the year. Let's stay healthy and let's get a Super Bowl win this year, man. We've been waiting for it for a long time, and I got to feel we're going to be on a run here for the next 10 years. Might as well start that dynasty this year, and let's get that Super Bowl win. So a couple other quick things. People are asking a lot of questions about the Cleveland game, if we're going to be doing a tailgate up there. We're not doing a tailgate. We're not even doing a bar takeover up there. We had a brewery set up, but it's not going to work out there. A lot of the folks we talked to were having trouble getting staff and things of that nature. So we're not going to be doing a tailgate for the Cleveland game this week. Tony and I and a big group of us are going up there early Sunday morning. A big group of going up Saturday, but no tailgate or no get together up in Cleveland this week. I do want to talk about a couple tailgates, guys. We just announced the Arizona tailgate, and guys, James found an unbelievable location for us, really close to the stadium. I just put a link in the chat area for the Arizona tailgate. We have limited spots. Make sure you buy your ticket in advance because we will sell out. And if we sell out, we can't let you in at all. And there are some parking spots available at that location in Arizona as well. So we do have the Arizona tailgate locked up that we just announced today. I know we sold a bunch of them early as we posted it a couple hours ago. The other tailgate that is just unbelievable right now taking off is the Nashville tailgate. I'm going to post this in here. I think Craig sent me a message. I think we sold in the Nashville tailgate. We sold over 400 tickets already in less than a week. And I think that was including maybe 25 parking passes as well. So if you're going to Nashville, make sure to buy those tickets, because if we sell out, we can't get other people in. If you remember being down in Tampa Bay with us, it was so packed, and we had hundreds and hundreds of people still trying to get into the tailgate. Arizona and Nashville is locked up, so it's out there now. So click those links and make sure you grab a ticket for those games if you're going. It will be hundreds of Bengal fans tailgating together there as well. A couple other quick things I wanted to get to. Sorry, I'm going through these fairly quickly. This is the Arizona tailgates. We got the Nashville tailgates. What else we want to talk about? Cincy Bob's. I got a message from Josh here from Cincy Bob's. This Friday is the debut of the release of, I forget the series that this is called here, but man, you talking about. So they keep elevating these bobbleheads. This is the next level one here. I love these damn things, but these drop this Friday. I think, I'm not sure if there's one or multiple. He was going to try to come on tonight. He couldn't make it, but those drop this Friday. Also, let me see what else I can grab here out of the chat area for you guys. Starting next week, we have an exclusive stuff we're doing for FOCO, and everybody knows who FOCO is. If you have bobbleheads, probably a big chunk of your bobbleheads are FOCO. The ones that Josh is doing from Cincy Bobs, they design them with FOCO and NFL approval, but FOCO makes those bobbleheads even for Josh. We have a ton of stuff that FOCO send us boxes of stuff starting next week on the podcast and at every home game. We will be giving away FOCO merchandise, whether it be a bobblehead, a hat, glasses, overalls, whatever it may be. So every week on the pod, we'll be giving out some FOCO merch. And at the tailgate, we got a bunch of stuff we'll be handing out and giving away as well. So FOCO stuff is the best. So that's going to be really fun to do this entire season. And the last thing is, I know I still get comments about the tailgate shirts. I'm putting yet another link in the chat area for everybody as well. Tony the Tiger shirt, the Bengal Gym tailgate, Friends Tailgate Experience shirt is there on that link. So grab them. You still got time to get them before opening day. You still have time if you want to run down to any one of the Cincy Church locations. They'll print them up there for you as you stand in their facility there as well. So I think I went through those fairly quickly, but all those links are in the chat area. The tailgates tickets are out and going around. And also don't forget about the San Francisco game. If you're going to San Francisco, we have a wine event in Napa Valley Saturday night. We're getting close to selling that thing out as well. So what a great time of the year it is. Friday night high school, Saturday college, and Sunday Bengals football. I guess we need to talk about, Tom and Mark, our Facebook page. I am in Facebook jail on the tailgate page. Our link for the stream that we have right now will not link to Facebook until I'm out of Facebook jail, which should be about another 30-something days. So until then, James started another Facebook page that you can go to and watch the stream live on that Facebook page if you wanted to. If not, just go to YouTube. But that's why we have a separate Facebook page right now. I know we have, looks like several people right now watching on that Facebook page as well. So, Tom, anything else you want to bring up before we get to the 2-minute warning?
No, we're good.
All right, I'm going to randomly pick this one. I don't even know who this is here. So let's go. 2-minute warning today is going to be.
This is the 2-minute warning.
Gary Owen. Mark, go ahead and get us kicked off, buddy.
Oh man, I'm so excited. As a Bengals fan, this is an awesome feeling. You know, as Tom alluded to it earlier, this is the best put together Bengals team that we've had, honestly. You know, even the issues that we spoke about, you know, the offensive line, are they going to be able to gel? Well, guess what? 4 out of the 5 starters were there last year. And the guy we added came off the Super Bowl. You know, safety. We got a guy on free agency. We also had someone who we drafted last year who's ready to step in and play. When you just look at the issues that we had, you know, last year receiver went down, Boyd got hurt. Make it a little difficult. What do we go out and do? We get 2 more receivers. We bolstered the defensive line. Just all the issues that we seemed to have last year, we fixed those. And then we also kept Collins. What are the chances of the Bengals keeping a $9 million guy on, the public to bring him in and have his, the 6th guy on the line? So just Houday, so excited. I feel that I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. I'll let you guys go ahead.
Remember when Elizabeth said she sometimes wakes up in the middle of the night, starts thinking about Bengals? How many of us do that? Saturday night, sometimes I don't sleep but an hour. I'm ready to go. Mine is good. So, but again, that's her job too, right? I mean, so it's even on another level from even us. But sorry, Tom, go ahead, bud.
No. Well, I mean, the season's upon us as the one song starts. We've been waiting since January, since that bitter taste in Kansas City. It's a journey. It's a long journey. So it's a marathon, not a sprint. So let's remember that. It is not going to be easy up there. The Lake Erie team is stacked. They're very, very talented. And like I said, they've got a future Hall of Famer who's going to be chasing after our quarterback. So let's keep him safe. Let's come back with a win. And I'm going to go ahead and be greedy. Let's get him and T. Higgins signed this week. Tomorrow would be good. But, let's go ahead and do that. Depending on who you read in the rumor mill, which is nothing but rumor, There's a contract in front of him that'll make him, Joe Burrow, the highest paid player in the history of the National Football League. So he's earned it. He's worth it. He's worth it to us in this city. So hopefully everything will work out and we'll be moving forward and not worrying about that kind of stuff and only worrying about the wins that the Bengals are putting up.
Right. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and give you I know I've been teasing this. It seems like a month. We've been 4.5 months working on the tailgate here in Cincinnati, trying to do some different things. Guys, next Tuesday, we got one of the head guys, the Cincinnati Park District, coming on with us. If everybody knows where our tailgates, if you've ever been to our tailgate, our Lot E butts up against Smale Park. Well, 4.5 months in the process, but we have been able to basically rent out a big chunk of the park. So I'm not going to go into any more detail than that. So next Tuesday, we'll go into a lot more detail, what's going to be happening in that first home game, how it's going to work. Guys, I'm just going to tell you, we have freed up a mass amount of room, and I'm not going to share everything, but we are excited. It is me, Tom, Mark, James, Craig. I'm missing names. Dell, Jamie. Everybody's been working their butts off for months and months and months to pull this off, and it's done. We have the signed deal. We're done. We literally have the park as part of the tailgate. We'll talk more details from the Cincinnati Park District next week on how this is going to work and what it's going to be called and what's going to be going on in and around. I'm just going to tell you, it is literally going to be a tailgate village. We already have one of probably the most unique tailgates in the NFL. This will be the most unique experience, pregame experience. I'm just going to call it a block party in the entire NFL, and it's because of you guys. You guys have made this something very special. So next week, we're going to roll all that out. Just remember what we did, me, Tom, James, Craig, Dell, Mark, Tony, Brandon, Caleb, everybody. We talked about our social media platforms, and we talked about the tailgate and our podcast. What are when you look at it, who are we as a tailgate, right? We're positive. Any positive talk we can about our city, any positive talk we can talk about our Cincinnati Bengals, bringing people together, family-friendly atmosphere to tailgates, Cincinnati football history, and charities are the 5 pillars that everything we do is built on. So I'm excited about next week's announcements, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody again down at the tailgate and getting into the game and rooting on the Bengals in their second win of the season next week. But let's get through it. Let's get these Browns taken care of. We haven't won since 2017. It is time. I know Joe Burrow has a chip on his shoulder for this game big time. So we appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Not sure who we got next week. I got some feelers out, but we'll make an announcement later in the week. We appreciate you guys. Who dat?
Who dat?